going on, everybody? Welcome back to the LNBE podcast, where LNBE stands for literally nothing but everything. I'm Mike Rispoli, and I know what you guys are thinking. Mike, what happened to Tuesday's episode? Well, I'ma just come out and be honest. Being unemployed, I totally forgot what day it was. I usually record Tuesday's episode on a Sunday or a Monday, but I got busy just watching some of the games on Sunday, and then I just totally forgot that it was Monday. So I am sorry about that. But also, I figured with Thanksgiving coming up, I probably wasn't going to be able to put out a Friday episode just because I'm traveling and stuff like that. So I also figure, let's try something new. Let's put something out there in the middle of the week. So Wednesday it is. But as per usual, I just want to give everybody a huge thank you. Not even for the fact that it's Thanksgiving. I mean, I'm thankful for all of you guys who listen to this podcast, but also for everybody who continues to rate and comment to help boost this thing, or giving me activity on my non-existent socials at the LNBE pod on TikTok and Insta, or if you're one of the people who wrote in. And if you guys do want to write in, please feel free to email me at lnbemedia@gmail.com. But Mike, you mentioned that you were watching football on Sunday. Are you going to talk about football? If I get to that, we'll get to it at the end. But also, last week, I mentioned that I'm back on dating apps. And for right now, I'ma just complain. Oh, Mikey bitch boy this week. I know. It's Thanksgiving. What do I have to be annoyed about? I should be giving thanks. But even though it's Thanksgiving, the only thing I'm stuffing is this fork into my mouth. I just cannot seem to catch a friggin' break. Rules for men. Women just constantly keep coming out with new rules for men. They could have a constitution-sized document of icks that women just make up day by day. It's like insurance. They see one small thing not accounted for, and by the time you come around, that new policy's in play. I don't know. Here's what happened. So my profile has a video of me doing the Dirty Dancing lift at a bar. The song came on. This woman that we're friendly with was like, OMG, let's do the lift. So like she sprints at me. I lift her up and then we hug it out. One, because it was fun, and two, because we were both happy that I didn't drop her. So this chick reaches out to me through one of these dating apps. And she goes, I was really distracted by the woman hugging you. Probably not the best choice to put on your profile. Why would I want to see a video of a guy I'm potentially interested in being touchy-feely with another woman? And to a degree, I can kind of see her point. But number one, she has no clue who the woman is or what the backstory is. I'm not dating you, and you're already jealous? Plus, the prompt I put is, because this was on Hinge, I'm just going to come out and say it. The prompt that I put was that one dance move that I nailed, because I don't dance for shit. That's not something that I do. And I just thought it was a fun little video. And honestly, I'm thinking I should post it on my Insta or something so you guys know what I'm talking about. But my question is, who do you think is in the wrong here? Is she valid, or is she just looking for something to be mad about? I can't help that I'm just so perfect and that's all you got me on. I mean, imagine if that video was done with my cousin or something and she had no idea. I don't know though, that would actually be a little weird. Even on America's Got Talent or something, you see those young kids who are siblings dancing, and it's kind of cute when they're 7 or 8, but how's that gonna look when they're 20? One of you guys gotta embark on a solo career. Is the touching and the gripping with dancing? Sweet home Alabama, y'all roll Tide. I don't know what it's like on the female side of dating apps, but I feel like it's probably about a 40-60 split. I don't know, maybe it's more of a 30-70, I don't know. But I feel like it's a split of women who want to use dating apps for the intended purposes of the dating app, whether that means it's her finding a partner for a night or for a partner that lasts multiple nights. Hey, well, it was gonna be a night, but I don't know. He's just really special. I'm gonna just say this. If you hear, I don't know, we just had so much chemistry after a one-night stand, it just means that one person is keeping the other around just for that reason. But anybody who is just after a one-night stand, you have so much chemistry. With what? Sexual chemistry? You don't know the friggin' person that you were sitting next to. What, you're just playing 20 questions and you know a lot about this person enough where you're just like, okay, this is going to be the one from one night? No, absolutely not. You like the sex, you felt comfortable with that person, and you're just like, okay, let's just ride this out and see how long it goes. Although I will say that relationship, if that is the case, is now destined for failure. Because if it goes past that awkward stage of, well, we've been like kind of like messing around for a while, but now like I don't know what we are. So we decided that because the sex is good, we're just like together now. Then that's not really a good philosophy to have, because at that point, sex is the only thing keeping you in the game. Your red flag blinders are just 100% fully activated. I've been in these situations too, where it's just like you're with the person because of that one aspect. So you're willing to let other things go because you enjoy what you currently have, and you don't want to try and find that with somebody else because now this person is comfortable. But the real question is, are you really comfortable? Are you? Can you tell them that, I don't know, what's something that's really annoying about somebody? Oh, all right, I got one. Breakfast the next morning. If you really did enjoy the person, but say they chew too loudly, is that something that you're going to let go? Or is that something that you're just going to be like, okay, like, I don't know if this is somebody that I actually want to deal with? Because that's an annoying habit. And right off the rip, because you've already established this quote unquote relationship that's semi-existent, semi-not-existent, because you're pining over lust rather than actual love, that you're willing to automatically just say to the person that they're annoying the hell out of you? No, because you're hoping that you can get what you had the previous night, and it's the only thing keeping the relationship alive. There's a reason after a month or two, if that is the case, well, it finally dawns on you, hey, this person's voice is actually really annoying. Now, for the ones that don't use dating apps for their intended purpose, I feel like it truly is just a matter of thirst traps. And I think that this can go both ways on either side of the aisle, whether you're a man or a woman. But because I'm only swiping on women, I only know the perspective that I have. So just bear with me on this one. But at the end of the day here, I mean, men are men. Hot women equal alike. As much as women want to say don't objectify us, at the same time, we aren't the ones telling you to pose with your tits out, doing OnlyFans, God knows what, calling yourself an influencer. What, just because your following is in the thousands? But in reality, the only thing that you've influenced is the sale of Viagra. I don't know. I just feel like that's where the double-edged sword of feminism comes, because it's just like, don't objectify us, don't do this, don't do XYZ. But then it's like, you guys go out and you make money selling your bodies. So, I don't know. Am I in the wrong here? Somebody, please, write in. Let me know if you think I'm wrong. But you know, earlier on this pod, I can't remember when, but it was when I first started, I went off on dudes who use fish photos, because that's just what the male stereotype is for a dating app, right? Like the guy just poses with the fish that he just caught. But there's something that women do that I think is borderline on par. And I just gotta say, I am just so sick and tired of seeing the mirror selfie in the club or the restaurant bathroom. Now, I understand you are the view, and a dirty club bathroom can never take away your sparkle, because God knows you caked it on with the body glitter. Hey, you know what you see is what you get, and my life is in the toilet right now. Ha 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 ha. Or if you're like Hispanic, ja 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 ja. Stupid. I don't know. Is this the new debate though? Like, are the male fish photos the equivalent to the female bathroom photos on dating apps? I'd have to venture just in volume that the fish photos probably take first place. Oh, no. The real question is this. Are there just as many only headshot photos that women take as there are like guys with fish photos? Because women, you think you're slick with a beautiful face, but Now all of a sudden when we meet up, I'm the bad guy because I'm just like, damn girl, I thought Butterball was just the name of a turkey brand. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone. Oh, what a way to start off the holiday season with everyone hating me. That's okay though. I can take a little heat. I don't know. I could be coming across as totally ignorant and stupid right now. Or, maybe not everybody's gonna hate me. But at least the fatties will avoid me. Oh, he's such a dick. I don't know though. Get mad at me all you want. I'm not actually mad at anyone. I'm honestly just mad at the situation. Oh, well, Mike, what's the sitch? No joke. One time I saw this girl had on her profile, if you're shorter than 6'3", don't even bother. Alright, well, first off, don't tell me who I can and can't swipe on. It's Thanksgiving this week. Quite honestly, you should be the one thanking me for giving you the swipe. But also, can you just imagine if I'd said something like that? I mean, I know I low-key already kind of did. But like if I put on my dating profile, hey, anyone above 200 pounds need not apply. Like I would get so much shit for that. But can I just say, ladies, you get pissed off at some dude who's 5'11", but on their profile claims they're 6 foot. Meanwhile, when I get to the restaurant and it's a game time decision on if she's too big to ride this ride, if you know what I'm saying. Look, I used to be fat. I really don't care what anybody says about this. If I'm being mean, I'm really not. Because I'll extend an olive branch. If you're happy and you think that you look sexy, looking like baby Shamu, man or woman, then have at it. But I remember how I felt both physically and mentally when I was overweight. And I didn't like what I saw, nor did I like how I felt. And I understand some people might have like medical complications where maybe they have a thyroid issue or maybe they're taking medication, or even I know birth control can cause weight issues. So I understand that there are outside contributing factors that can cause somebody to like gain weight. But at the same point, it's also important to know what's causing that so you know how to maintain it. I don't even think this is a my body, my choice issue. Because at the end of the day, it's also a matter of promoting and being a healthy person. And you could eat the cleanest that you can, but also if you're overindulging on that stuff, you're gonna gain weight because those excess calories have nowhere to go. Like you can eat a high protein rich diet, but that just ends up turning to fat. Because if you're not expending that nutritional source in the way that it's meant to be utilized, it's just going to ultimately store in your body with nowhere to go. And I don't know, I really don't appreciate the fact that being super overweight, like somebody like Lizzo, is now this new quote unquote norm, and we all have to accept that as the new like modern beauty standard. Like, honestly, are there any fat guys that are on the cover of GQ magazine or something? Like, did anybody in their right mind ever consider somebody like Chris Farley to be a sex symbol? I mean, rich people didn't want to be fat so bad that they found a use for Ozempic as an alternative to its intended use, which is for diabetes. I mean, I think it's for diabetes, but honestly, hell if I actually know what its intended use is for. I'm not a doctor, don't friggin' listen to me. But okay, just hear me out. If you're so fat that you can't even reach around far enough to wipe your own ass, I think that's time when you got to admit to yourself, hey, I might have a little bit of a problem. And believe me when I'm saying that I am not trying to come across as fat phobic. I'm literally just speaking my mind on this new cultural issue where we all just think it's totally okay and healthy to be at an unhealthy weight. Like, I truthfully don't understand how that's a trend that everybody seems to be getting on board with. But as I've said previously, if you're very happy with how you look, then you do you. You be who you want to be. That's totally fine. And I know what one of the arguments to counteract me is. Oh, well, back in the day, fatness was attractive. Yeah, because that was the indicator that that person lived in abundance. It wasn't due to attractiveness. It was due to necessity. Hey, go to the fat one. They got the food. That's all that was. It was literally just a matter of survival at that point. Well, I don't know, just to bring this kind of back home, here's where I think that whole double standard argument of the, oh, well, he's too short for me versus the she's too fat for me thing, I think kind of comes into play. Because you cannot change height without some form of physical surgery. But Mrs. Butterworth over there, no one's telling you every now and then that you can't eat an apple that's not candied. Take a trip to the gym instead of the fridge every once in a while. It might do you some good. But this chick who wanted nobody below the height of 6'3", she's looking for a dude in the top 2 to 3% of height alone. And honey, I hate to break it to you, but you ain't even in the 20 to 30% of looks alone. Fucking delusional. And why? And look, I am not saying that it is all women on dating apps who are like this. I am strictly referring to this one person. So she's my generalization product of all of this. But it's women like that who are just so picky. Oh, well, Mike, you're kind of doing the same thing by saying that you wouldn't want to go out with a fat person. That is not the case at all. I never said I wouldn't. I just said it's not my preference. I just personally don't want to go out with somebody who's overweight because, I'm sorry, I kind of mentioned it earlier on this episode, I wasn't even necessarily attracted to myself when I was fat. That's not even me putting a double standard. That's also me being like, hey, this is just what I'm about. And it's just so funny because I'm saying all this shit and we got Thanksgiving coming up and I don't know a single person who's not going to fly off the handle when it comes to food, because that is what Thanksgiving is for. Gluttony is a deadly sin. Meanwhile, everyone turns their eye on that one. And as a former fat guy, I think that's actually why I love Thanksgiving so much, because it's just the one day that I don't have to hide myself and I can just go nuts. It's like being an alcoholic in college. It's actually not frowned upon, it's encouraged. Dude, being on Thanksgiving is like the same exact scenario as a frat house, but with food. Just swap out the terminology of, bro, there's no way you're gonna rip all those shots with, bro, there's no way you're gonna eat all that pie. And what's your reaction to both? Watch me. But I don't know, all these women not going out with men due to their certain height, which, yes, I understand, that's also a preference. But in this case, it's because they, quote unquote, know what they want and they're not settling for anything less, yet get mad at men for saying that they won't want to go out with somebody who weighs a certain amount, because these women know that there is always an opportunity. There is always another swipe. And the guy should just be thankful that she even gave him the time of day. But you know what? I hate to say it. I can't even say that I blame the thought process. Because when it comes to dating apps, I feel like the pool is so skewed because I think more men tend to use them, so women just have the pick of the litter. So why aren't they allowed to be picky? So I totally get it. But I also love when the chick on Bumble starts the convo and they just say, hey. Meanwhile, if I were to just say, hey, it's not good enough and on to the next. Actually, no, even better than that, because if you're like me, you got multiple dating apps because you're trying to widen your pool. But I love it when you match on one app, the conversation goes nowhere on that app. But then all of a sudden you're swiping through another app and that same chick now matches with you on that app. And it's like, oh, great. Now I get to get rejected twice. And it's funny because everything that women want, the generic profile, I guess you would say, is women just want somebody to make them laugh, explore new things. Well, how about me? I'm a new thing that you can explore, make you laugh. Like, explore me. Like, I love that there's always the prompt, too, with these pick-me chicks, where it's like, dating me is like winning the lotto. Oh, really? You're so perfect that it's going to change my life? You're so perfect. Okay, well, if you're so perfect, then why are you on here? Friggin' bunch of egomaniacs. The fact that a lot of the women, literally, they won't even have anything in their bio except for their Instagram handle. And it's like, why? Ladies, you gotta write in and let me know if you're seeing that shit on the male side too. Like, are men just doing that? Or is that strictly just something that I'm seeing across dating apps with women? But like, whether it's a guy doing that or a woman, like, what's your game plan? Are you literally just trying to gain more of a following? That's why I really think, I said it last week, I'm gonna say it again this week. I really think that dating apps have now just become this new form of a popularity contest. It truly is just a new social media platform. And it's not necessarily just like trying to connect with people. It's just a matter of having a bragging right of just being like, oh my God, this person liked me. Oh my God, this person liked me. I don't know if it's popularity, if that's even the right word for it, or maybe it's just clout. Maybe it's just a matter of people just liking the attention that it brings. I don't know. But quite honestly, there's a lot of shit that I don't know. Like how the fuck the Chiefs almost lost to the friggin' Panthers. Dude, I don't care what anybody says. The Chiefs are frauds. Oh my God. But with that said, I hope everybody has a very happy and healthy Thanksgiving. Don't get too crazy. Don't start any fights with your uncles. To everybody listening to the LNBE podcast, can you all just promise me that you're all going to have a cordial Thanksgiving? Just everybody eat your turkey, watch your football, and shut the fuck up. All right, guys. I hope you all have a fantastic Thanksgiving. I will catch up with you next week.